welcome back to the channel. Okay, this video is all about what's in my bag and what I carried in my bag when I did some of my Wainwright hikes and my solo camps. So first of all, this is the Osprey Aura AG50. I believe it's the women's bag. On the front of my bag, carry my waterproof jacket. This is so that it's easy to get to. So that's the first thing. I'd just like to say as well, everything that I'm going to mention, this is my kit now. There are quite a few things that I'm going to switch out for next year, but any upgrades I do will be on another video. Right, first thing is in the bottom of my rucksack is my sleep system. This is so that it's easy to get to. This is my sleeping mat. This is the mountain gear inflatable sleeping mat. This probably won't be able to be purchased by a lot of you. This was sent to me from Australia by my brother, and his store is k2mountaingear.com if you want to check that out. It's fantastic. I love it. And the main thing why I love this so much is because it packs really small and it's pretty lightweight. So that is my sleep mat. Also in the bottom here is my down sleeping bag. It's the OEX Helios. Now I believe on the website this says that it goes down to about 3 degrees. I would say that's true because I've had this down to the lowest it's been with me is 4 degrees. But if you have a look at one of my my solo camp video, you will see the amount of layers I have on with this. So I listed all the things I had on. So that was, I think, 2 pairs of leggings, a pair of thermal leggings and my walking trousers. So it's okay, but it is going to be upgraded. So this is one of the things that's going to change. Okay, inside my pack now. So the other biggest item in my pack is my tent. This is the Vango Banshee 300. It weighs quite a lot. And obviously you can see how big it is as well. This was originally bought so that I could camp with my horse. So the horse was having to carry it, and the reason I went for the 300 then was because I would need to put the saddles of both me and the other person I went with inside the tent so they didn't get ruined by the rain. I don't need the 300 really when it's just me and Zeb. And this one is starting to perish as well where the poles go in. So this is another thing that's going to be upgraded next year. But apart from that, it is a fantastic tent. Okay, inside I've got my mountain equipment down jacket. This mainly is only put on later on in the evening. Even when it's a cold day, unless I'm right up on the top of one of the Wainwright hills, this doesn't normally get on because I've normally got like a fleece with me, which is normally enough. So the thing I like about this is it packs really, really small, and obviously putting it into a rucksack, it can fill in quite a lot of the spaces. So down jacket, woolly hat. Need that quite a lot of the times, to be honest. What else do I have in here? I have my cooking items. So I have got a gas stove. Now I know you can get smaller ones, so it would depend how long I'm going for. I've got one pot, and then I've got this gas stove which all opens up like this. Can you see? You know the sort, don't you? I know you can get smaller ones of these, and you can get the ones that just fit on the top. But the reason I went for this one is because this one to me feels so much more sturdier. This goes onto the ground with all the legs out, so there's a bigger surface area, whereas when you've got the ones that just fit on the top, they to me just feel like they're so top heavy and it could tip up. The pan that I've got is just a normal generic pan, which I use in my van as well. I think I will upgrade this one to something lighter and a little bit bigger, because sometimes when I've got my Mylar bags in here boiling them, it's not quite big enough. So they all get packed together inside each other, obviously just to save space. The other thing that I've got inside this bag is a little tub with hot chocolate, and I probably would, if I was going a long distance, I probably would get rid of the tub and just put it into plastic bags instead. Okay, one thing that I've got in the back of my bag is this. This is a homemade koozie. So when I've got my Mylar bags, heat them up in the pan, and then I would put it inside this bag, close it up again, and then I can just sit that somewhere for it to either rehydrate or just keep warm while I'm cooking something else. So say if I've got bolognese, I can heat the bolognese up, put it in here, and then cook in with my stove and my pan the pasta part of it. In the back of my bag, I've also got 2 of these foil emergency blankets. 2 because I'm generally with Zeb, or in case I meet somebody else that I need to give one to. They hardly weigh anything, so I just think I may as well have 2 rather than 1. Okay, further down the bottom, another yellow dry bag, but this time I've written things on it so that I know which one's which, because I've got 2 yellow bags, unfortunately. Okay, in here are all my clean clothes, or my clothes that I need for the following day, or additional clothes. So I've got a spare pair of socks. These I will put on when I finish the camp and I'm in my tent. I will put a clean pair of socks on for the night. These wouldn't normally be in the bag, these would probably be on me, but these are just my pair of thermal leggings. And also in the bag is Zeb's fleece, so I've got the dog's fleece in here as well. So that I would put on him if he's wet and he's going to come into the tent. I would put that on him so that he dries and doesn't get my sleeping bag covered. Or if it's a really cold night, that would go on him. Zeb doesn't mind the cold that much, but if it's sort of like 4 or 5 degrees, then I would put that fleece on him. Okay, the front of my bag. The front of my bag, I have got my waterproof trousers and also Zeb's waterproof jacket, his coat. Again, just so that it's easy to grab, it's right there in case I need it. I've also got my sun hat. Okay, let's think. Okay, in the side of my bag, I've got this really large water bottle. Now, I really like this water bottle because it holds quite a lot, and also when I am filtering my water, it means this can just sit on the ground and I can filter my water. However, this is probably something that I will upgrade because it's really heavy. Now, these are the things that I have taken on my last, the 16-mile hike that I did. I didn't take this bottle and I just took 3 of these. Now, these are fantastic because obviously when they're empty, they can fold up to next to nothing, and so when they're empty they hardly weigh anything either. So this is really good, and I like the clips on the side. Means that they can actually just attach to anything. What have I got next? So that's now empty. Oh, in the other side pocket I've got this. This is my flask that I fill up before I leave. So if I'm when I'm in my van, then before I start hiking I'll fill this up with, say, hot chocolate, and I know that this lasts for about 3 hours. So by lunchtime I've got it's not boiling hot chocolate, but it's a warm hot chocolate to drink with my lunch. Now the only thing about this is it's pretty heavy, so will I continue to take this? Probably not. Okay, in the top, in the back part of the top is where I would keep my food for that day. So if I have a sandwich, a packet of crisps, something like that. At the moment I've got some dried mango in there and a Twix bar, but my energy bars would be in here for that day. Anything else for over a period of time, so the day after or whatever, would be in the main part of my bag in another dry bag. So in the front I have got my water filtration kit. So I went with the SAWYER squeeze. I know you can get the SAWYER mini. Didn't realise you could get the SAWYER mini when I bought this one, but at the moment this one's fine. I've also got the bag for the SAWYER squeeze, and I've written on the top dirty. This will always have dirty water in it. And I upgraded and I bought the Synoc water bladder. So the great thing about this is the bottom opens right up so that you can get that into a stream or something. You then close it up, attach the SAWYER squeeze to the other end, and then filter the water. Okay, brilliant thing about this is I can filter my water into my clean bottles or clean water containers. But then what else I can do is I can actually fill this up again and leave it with dirty, unfiltered water in, hook it onto my bag, and I've got double the amount of water. So that's why I really like this Synoc bag and this system. So that's all my water filtration. What else have I got in here? I've got my big knife. It's overkill, I know, but I've needed this knife a few times to open my Mylar bags when the tear bit hasn't worked properly. I probably could change this to maybe a Swiss Army knife or something like that, but I don't actually own one of those at the moment. I've also got on the side of it, I've got a striker for lighting a fire if I need to. I've also got, in that same packet, my little tiny fire lighting kit. Now again, I'll probably never need this, but it's better to have it. All I've got in here is a little tea light and some of these little tiny fire starters, which are homemade by myself. So if you're interested in those, I can let you know how to make them, or I can send you some. So put a comment in the comment box. So they belong in there. Okay, in the side pockets, so in these waist pockets, in one side I have got my head torch. I think I'll probably upgrade this head torch as well, because to charge it I need a different adapter to my phone, which is a little bit frustrating. In the other little pocket I have got a wooden spoon, which I may change as well, because ideally I want one with a long handle to get into my mylar bags, and a neck scarf. So I've got quite a few of these, but that one always lives in there, so I definitely always have one. On the front strap I've got my first aid kit. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that's, well, that was everything in my bag. What else have I got though? I've got my bum bag that I carry. Now in this is everything that I need to get to quickly. So in the front I have some medication. I have migraine medication, paracetamol, things like that. In the middle pocket I have just snack bars. I have got my compass. I've got some nuts in here, and I have got a pair of glasses so I can see the maps. I would tend to fasten my map to this as well in the plastic packet. In the back part I have just got things for my Osmo camera, so I've got a microphone, and I would put my spare batteries in there as well. Okay, that is it for me. Right, what does Zeb carry? Okay, this is Zeb's pack. It is the one Tigris dog pack saddle bag. So you do not get these side bits with it. You have to buy those separately. So you can get different sizes, different colours, all sorts of things. Right, so in one side of Zeb's pack, now this doesn't stay the same each time because I obviously have to balance his pack, otherwise it's lopsided, so things get moved, and as he eats things, things might swap as well. So he'll have some packs of food. Now that is the right amount of food for one meal. It's in a plastic packet obviously, because if he ends up in a stream it now won't get wet. So that's in his pack. He could potentially have 2 of these in each side if I need him to. He also has just, let's see, he's got dog poo bags. Now these are obviously good for cleaning up his mess, but also cleaning up if I've got any rubbish or anything like that. Then, so for instance, like my mylar bags, I can put them in a rubbish bag. In his other side, at the moment, he has got 2 of these dog food sachets. Now the reason I go for these is because sometimes Zeb can be a bit picky with eating. So if I put one of these wet dog sachets in with his food, he will generally eat it. In here as well, he carries this, and I'd say it's like a piece of a ground sheet basically. It's big enough for him to lay on, which is what he would lay on in the tent, but also it's a fantastic sit mat for me. This will potentially be upgraded for Zeb in the near future. I might still carry this one as well, to be honest, because it is really small and it's lightweight and it fits really nicely in his pack. But next year I think I've got something extra for him to keep him warmer and to keep him off the ground a little bit more. And that's basically it. That's what we carry. So if I've forgotten anything, or if you want to ask me any questions about anything, please put a comment below and I will get back to you and let you know. But that is my kit for 2024, and I'm pretty sure I'll be upgrading lots of it, and I'll be doing a new kit for 2025. So if you're interested in what I'm upgrading, make sure you hit that bell button so that you get notified when I put a new video out. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed.